Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make this really cool ring. I got the materials to make this ring from SoftFlex Mystery Design Kits. This is October's kit. It's called The Great Pumpkin. And this video is a continuance of the first video, so this is kind of like a part 2. In the first video, I showed you guys these earrings that I made with the kit. They're so stinking cute. And I also made this necklace here. It's a Halloween theme. It's really neat. It makes me think of one of my favorite movies, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I loved that when I was a kid. So if you didn't see the first video where I did the necklace and the earrings, I will leave a link for it down there below the video. So for this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make the ring. Let's get started. So to make this ring, you're going to be needing fireine. I'm using 8-pound fireine, and I'm using 4 feet. And I'm going to put down there below the video more detail about this if you want to see it. So 4 feet of 8-pound fireine. I'm using 6mm czech druks, and I'm using these 6mm czech beads here. I don't know exactly what they're called, but the hole is on the side of the bead. It's not centered in the bead, so it's almost like a teardrop, but it's a round teardrop instead of an actual teardrop shape. Okay, and these are going to give a really cool look in this ring. And for the seed beads, I'm using 11/0 seed beads and 8/0 seed beads. These came with the kit, and the 11/0s are my own, and this is the hematite color. So I'm going to start out by picking up 6 of these 8/0 seed beads. And by the way, I am wondering if this design will work with just all 6mm round beads. It might work. Go ahead and try it, experiment, see if you can make this ring with just regular 6mm beads. And if it works out for you, let me know down there in the comments, and I will pin your comment to the top of the comments so that everybody sees that they can do that, if it worked or not. Okay, so here are 6 8/0 seed beads. I'm sliding these down, and I'm bringing them all the way down. I'm going to leave maybe 5-6 inch tail. I'm not going to worry about measuring it like I usually do. I'm going to pass back through all of these again, making a circle. Okay, so you can see it's like 5-6 inch tail. Oops. And then I'm going to pass through it again. Okay, so I'm going through twice. And my tail got a little short, so I'll pull that a little bit. And I'm just going to close this circle up. Okay, that's what I have. Now I'm going to tie a surgeon's knot. So to do that, I go over and under one time, like that. Pull this down, pull this tight. I want to make sure that my seed beads are sitting properly, so I'm going to come in here and make them stand like out like this. Like, see how this one's laying over top of the next one. Okay, just go like that. Pull my knot tight. Now I'm going to do over and under twice to complete my surgeon's knot. So 1 time. 2 times. Bring that knot down. Pull it tight. Okay. Now I'm going to pass through a bead, and I'm going to go this way because the knot's trying to go in the opposite direction. So I'll go through this way, and I'm going to pick up my orange bead here with a side hole, and then I'm going to pick up my regular 6mm, and then another side round bead there. I gotta find out what these beads are called. Okay, sliding these down. I also have these in 8mm, and I could actually make this same design that I'm making now with 8mm, and then a regular 8mm round bead, and make that into a pendant because it will be bigger than this, so that would look cool as a pendant. Alright, so here are my beads. I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go back through the bead that I came out of, but I'm going in the opposite direction. See that? And then I'm going to step up by passing through the next bead. And by the way, when I first designed this ring last night, I made it with the 2-needle weaving technique. I didn't do it with 1, I did it with 2. And then I'm like, I'm kind of getting frustrated using monofilament because that's what I did it with. Monofilament worked, by the way. But I was getting frustrated working with the monofilament, so I decided to try it with thread. And then I had to change from using 2-needle method of weaving with both hands to 1. So I had to alter the design. Okay, now I have this. I'm going to pick up 1 orange bead this time and 1 black. I'm going to take and pass through this orange bead that's here right now. I'm going to go back through the 8/0 seed bead that I'm coming out of, and then I have to step up, which means I have to pass through the next bead. So through there, and I have to come back, see how that's getting loosened up, so I have to pull this thread to tighten that up, and then I hold this between my fingers and I pull my working tail. Okay, and this bead here, you'll have to scoot it over so that you can pull it tight. You need everything to be very tight. Tension is very important for this ring. Okay, everything's super tight. Now I'm going to take my needle and pick up another one of these in this bead here. Slide them down. Take the needle, go through this orange bead, back through the seed bead I'm coming out of, and then stepping up through the next bead. Okay, so I'm going to move this, wiggle this around because of how it's making such a sharp U-turn. It's restricting me from pulling it through, so I just have to wiggle those beads and pull it tight. And this looks like it loosened up on me over here, so to fix that, I'm going to hold my working tail, grab this bead here, pull that tight, and then grab this bead, pull that tight. So I'm going to repeat the same beads again. This orange one and the black one. I'm going to go through this orange bead, through the 8/0 seed bead that I'm coming out of, and then step through the next 8/0. Pull this through, wiggle those beads there, get this all tight. So let's see, how many do I have on the top now? I have 5? Yeah. So now I'm going to pick up another bead here, which is going to be my 6th bead, and then a black one, and I'm going to pass through this orange bead, through the 8/0 seed bead I'm coming out of, and then I'm stepping up and passing through this 8/0 seed bead. And I'm coming to the close now because I'm on my 6th orange bead here, so I'm also going to pass through that orange bead. Okay, pull my needle through, and I'm probably going to have to pull this tight because that's going to loosen up on me, and then pull my working tail tight. Okay, now you do have to pay attention. Sometimes when working with teardrops, these are kind of like teardrops, these are going to want to flip to the bottom sometimes, okay? So this one here is doing it to me. I need to make sure that the big part of the bead is on the top. Now I'm going to take, I'm coming out the orange bead, I have to pick up my last black bead here, coming out this orange bead. I'm going to go up through the next one, and then I have to go through this black 8/0 seed bead, pull this through, okay, and my orange beads all stayed up on the top, so you see how they really stick out. And then if you look, the thin part of the bead is on the bottom. That's how you want it to be. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something different here. I hope this works. So last time I decorated the top with seed beads at this point, but this time I'm thinking if I put these in, it might be more stable for me to work. So I'm going to take total experimental here. I hope this works. I'm going to go down through this orange bead. Okay, I'm coming out of the seed bead, remember? And then I'm going to go through one of the black beads. I think I should go this direction, maybe? No, I'm going to go this way. Alright. So pull this tight. Okay, I'm just going to lay this down. I'm going to pick up an orange bead. I'm going to zoom in. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the bottom right now. This is where the thin part. See how when you pick the bead up like this, this is the thin part of the bead? And then here when I put my finger on the back side, see that there? So we're on the back side of the ring. I'm going to take my needle and pass through this bead here. Let that bead pop into place. Boy, I hope this works. Okay, I'm just going to fill in all these gaps with the orange bead. I'm going to stop and pull this tight. So do you see how the orange bead is separating the black beads? It's making everything more stable and it's giving it a better dimension. I'm going to pick up another orange and through the next black bead. Okay, I'm going to stop and pick it up again. I think this is probably going to work for us. It has to, right? We'll figure it out. Together. We're doing it together. Okay. Last orange bead, I'm going through the black one. Boy, my tail is like all over the place. There it is. Okay. So this is what our ring is going to look like. I'm going to have the ring band attached to the black bead because the orange one is just, it's not going to work on the orange one. It has to be the black one. So the ring band is going to be attached here, but we're not going to put that on yet. We're going to decorate the top because right now it does look good the way it is, but I kind of think it's plain. It needs something else. So I'm going to make a spiral of seed beads on the top. Okay. Gosh, I'm so worried this is not tight enough. Wow. My 8 seed beads, I notice that they're really sinking in there in the middle, and when I go to do the spiral, it's going to make them pop up more. So, to do the spiral, I'm going to pick up 7 11 seed beads. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, double check, because they always like to jump on and off, and okay, I'm coming out of this black bead in this direction. I'm going to go through the 8 seed bead that's right above this black bead, but I'm going to go through this direction. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to pass down through this orange bead, and I have to reposition my needle so it exits out the same spot so I can get my spiral to keep going in the same direction. So now I'm going to go through the black one, pull that tight. I'm going to pick up 7 seed beads again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm going to go through the seed bead that's directly above the black bead, so this one here, and I have to go in this direction. So my tail is coming out of the 6mm this way, but I'm gonna go at an angle and go through that way so I get this spiral look. Ooh, it's already starting to look cool. And what I really love about this ring is it looks kind of like this spiral bead right here that's in the necklace. So it really pulls this set together. Okay, I went through the 8/0. Now I have to go down, I have to reposition, down through this orange bead, and then through this black one. Okay, and then 7 seed beads again. Now if you do have 8mm rounds that have the side hole and you make a pendant like I was talking about, you will have to increase your seed bead count with your 11/0s. Actually, you should probably use 8/0s for here, or maybe even 10/0s, but you'll have to figure out how many you'll need to use. Okay, I just picked up my 7 coming out of the black bead in this direction. I'm going to go through the seed bead that's directly above it, but I have to go in this direction. Okay. Oops. Gosh, I keep pulling it out of my hand. And now I'm going to sew down through this orange and then pass through the black, and again pick up 7 beads. Did I just pick up too many? 4 and 3. Okay. Again, directly above this bead, I'm gonna go through this one. Whenever you pass through a bead with your needle, try not to wrap or twist your thread around the thread that's already in the bead. When that happens, it will cause your piece to pull in weird directions and your piece will not look good. It'll look like it's mutated or something. It'll be twisted. So sometimes you have to put the needle in the bead and lift the bead up so you can go through the bead without twisting around the thread that's already there. Okay, I got my beads on. Oops, I totally forgot to go through that bead first. It's because I was talking. Okay, through the orange bead. And then through here. And then I'm going to pick up seven seed beads, and I'm going to go through the next. So see, you can lift it up like this, and if you feel like you're wrapping around threads that's already in there, you can lift it up, and I could tell that there's no thread that I'm twisting around. I could feel it. It's almost like when you go fishing and you can feel a fish biting your bait. Look at how cool that looks. So cool. So see, it looks cool before I put the seed beads on, but the seed beads really did make it look so much better. Okay, I'm on my last one now, so I'm going to go down the orange, repositioning my needle through this black bead here. Okay, and then pick up 7 seed beads, 11/0. How many I got? Okay. Going through the last one. Am I going under that thread or over? Okay, I'm going over. Thought maybe I made a boo-boo. Pull it tight, take the needle, pass down the orange bead, and get into the black, because we have to make our ring band off of the black 6mm. Okay, there we go. That looks so cool. Okay, now I'm going to do the ring band, and I tried doing it a couple different ways and I wasn't happy with it, and I always like doing ring bands with the 2 needle weaving technique because I get so many different looks doing it that way, and whenever I use 1 needle I have a problem with getting the tension right and the design wants to pull in a weird direction. So I like the daisy chain ring band look, but I tried it with this and it didn't work out too well. I'm thinking that my 11-0 seed beads might be 12-0s, and that's why. So I'm going to increase my bead count and still go with the daisy chain look. So to do that, I'm coming out of the 6mm black bead. I'm going to pick up 5. I'm going to, I think I'm going to put like 1 or 2 extra beads in this weave to try to get it to hug my 8-0 seed bead better. So this is totally experimental with you guys. I hope this works. Here are 5 seed beads. Sliding those down. I'm going to pass back through this black bead. Then I'm going to pass back through all 5 of these seed beads. I have to reinforce this. I only got through 4 there, so here is the 5th one. And then I'm going to go back through the black bead. Okay, and then I'm going to pass through 4? Yes, 4 seed beads. So I'm going to have the 3 seed beads in the middle be my connection point. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, pull that tight. So I'm going to have 2 seed beads on the ceiling and the floor of my ring, and on the sides I will have 3, so I have 3 here, so I need to pick up 7. Let's see, it'll be 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3 on the side. Okay, I hope this works. Passing down through 3 seed beads. Okay, here's my square. And I'm going to need this to sit in the square. Oh, I think it's going to work. Okay, so now I have my 8-0 seed bead here. I'm going to take it and I'm going to have to go down in this direction, and as I said, I'm going to have 2 seed beads on the floor, 2 on a ceiling. So I'm skipping over the first 2 and I'm going down 3, like that. So see I have that little square there? Okay, pull this through. I'm not going to pull it tight yet because I have to pull this tight because that's loosening up. And then pull this down and push that bead into the hole and pull that tight. Okay, I think it's going to work. It's probably going to be better than what I tried the first time. Okay, so I have my 3 seed beads now. So again, I need 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the side. So that's 7 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. I gotta make sure I got the right amount. I hate taking things apart. Now I'm going to pass down through 3 beads, which is what I'm going through right now. So I'm going to go through these 3 here, just like that. Pull the needle through. Pick up an 8-0. I'm going at an angle, so I have to skip the first 2 seed beads and go down the 3 that are on the side, like that. Okay, and it got loose on me. So see this here? Looks all chaotic. That just means that I need to pull this 8/0 up, pull the tail tight like this so that I make a square, and then I'm going to slowly pull that 8/0 down into the hole like that. There we go. Okay, I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna keep going with this weave. So I'm exiting out of 3 seed beads. That's my sidewall. I have to pick up my floor, which is 2 beads. The sidewall is 3 beads, and then the ceiling is 2 beads, so that's a total of 7 beads. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. I know this sounds crazy. This is just how I think. It's scary inside of my mind. Okay, I'm going down through 3. Pull that tight, and I'm gonna try and hold this between my fingers and pick up my 8/0, and I gotta put it in here without this loosening up on me. That keeps happening. So I'm skipping over the top 2, the ceiling beads. Oops. Okay, there are the sides walls. See that there? Before I pull that tight, I'm going to go back, pull this tight to make that nice and square, and then pop that bead in place. Okay, I think I'm going to do this 2 more times with you guys because I don't want you to be confused, and then I'll let you do it by yourself. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. I really like this pattern. Okay, the side walls have 3 beads, and the floor, or the ceiling and the floor have 2. So I have to pick up my floor, which is 2, side wall 3, ceiling 2. Okay, that's a total of 7 beads. And then I'm going to go down through 3 beads. And again, you want to make sure that you don't go through the ceiling and the floor. So just like that, going through the side beads, pass through, make your little square, pick up an 8/0. I'm going to go down through 3, just like that. It really does help if you can hold those between your fingers, those beads. Okay, pop in there, come on, pop in. Alright, there we go. One more time. Then I'll let you do it by yourself. And if you have any problems, just rewind the video. So I'm picking up my floor, my sidewall. Floor is 2, sidewall 3, and then ceiling is 2. And I'm stuck on my desk. Total of 7 beads. Skipping over the 2 ceiling beads there, going down through 3. Makes a square, and then pick up an 8/0, skipping over two beads on the ceiling and going down to the sidewall. Right there. Make sure that's tight. And pop that bead into place. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to keep going doing this stitch. If you have any problems, just rewind the video, and I'll be back when I get to the length I need. So I now have it at the length that I need. I wrapped it around my finger and it fits. So to close this up, I have to pick up 1 seed bead, and my needle's coming out this side, so I have to connect on this side of the black bead, so straight across. I'm going to go through this black 6mm, like that. Okay, flip this over, let's see, make sure that's laying flat. I'm going to pick up another 11/0 seed bead coming out of the black. I have to go in through the wall. Remember I was talking about the floor, ceiling, and walls? So there is 3 beads there, that's the wall. Pull that down. Okay, I have to reinforce, go back through the black bead. And then I go back up through this 11 here. Now I am wondering, my ring band is kind of floppy, and that's because I didn't use monofilament, but I do have gaps in between here. See my gaps? And I have a good amount of tail left. I am wondering if I can go and fill these gaps in. The gaps look pretty large. I might have to use 2 11-ohs or 1 8-oh in between each gap. So I'm going to go ahead and try this. I'm going to fill in all the gaps. I think I'm going to try it with, I should do 8-ohs. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try this. Again, this is totally experimental. I don't know if this is going to work or not. So I'm going to go ahead, because I have enough tail, I'm going to try this, see if it works. Just picking up 1 8-oh, going through 2, filling in the gap there. Do it again. Here's my gap. Going through 2 11s. It might work and it might look really cool. So I'm just going to keep going doing this, and I'm probably going to fast forward this because I know this video is getting long. I'm just filling in the gaps. Alright, so I did one side, and I do see that it's like really stretching out the pattern some on this side, and that could also be because I haven't done this side. And I'm right here, there's this gap left, so I have to pick up 1 more 8-oh and pass through this seed bead here, and then I have to do what I like to call a U-turn and pass through this 6mm black bead. Okay, and I did notice that my seed beads filling in the side there did kind of make this stretch out some, and that could be because this is not going to work, because this has happened a lot to me, or because I just haven't done this side yet to balance out with the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and try this side, see if it works, and if it doesn't work, then we're going to have to try something else. All experimental. Okay, I'm going to pick up another 8, fill in this gap, and now I'm just going to work up this side, filling in all the gaps. And by the way, these Czech seed beads I'm working it with, they're not all exactly the same size. Like, some are thin and some are thick, so I'm actually trying to go towards the thinner ones because it seems like that's probably going to be better for me for this ring, so I do pick through them. That looks neat. That's different looking than ring bands I normally make. Well, all my ring bands are different looking. So I've decided that I do like this ring band, and I'm going to stay with it. It's not totally like flat, it's a little wavy and bumpy, but I'm going to accept it. So I'm right here, coming out of this bead, I filled in the last gap. I have to make another turn, so I'm going to go back through this 6mm round. Okay. And then I'm going to pass up through the 11-oh seed bead and 8, and I'll go through 2 more 11s right here. Okay, and then I'm going to tie my knots. I need to make sure I get this tail over here out of the way. So tying half hitch knot, coming underneath right here. I'm going under the 8-oh. There's actually a triangle of thread. There's a thread going this way, and this way. I want to be right inside the center of that triangle, making a loop, and I'm going to pass through the loop twice. I need to slide my needle further down my tail because it's starting to get caught up in my work. Okay, so right there, that's a knot. Pull it down. Okay, slide my needle down. Then I'm going to go through 3 beads, the 8/0 2/11s, and I'm going to tie another knot right here in front of the 8/0, and I'll pull my thread through, and I'm going to keep going doing this down the whole side of the ring, and then when I use up all my tail, trim that, then I'm going to take my needle, put it onto this tail up here. I'm going to weave down through, I'm in a 8/0 now, I'm going to go down through an orange bead and through another orange bead, and I have to get inside of the black bead so I can get into my ring band and tie knots in my ring band. So that's how I will do that. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I have to finish tying knots and you'll be all done, and you have a really cool looking ring that matches the necklace. Look at that. I love that. So cool. This is it. I just want to thank SoftFlex for sending me this kit. I was really inspired by all of the different beads, sizes, shapes, colors. The theme was really awesome, and it led me to create 3 really neat designs that I really love. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Make sure you click the bell button so you get notified when I upload new videos, and check me out on all my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.